And good afternoon and welcome to Whitehall High School in Whitehall, New York. As today, Niven Media Sports brings you high school girls basketball. It's a matinee during Christmas break here as we're getting ready for the holiday coming up later on this week with lots of holiday tournaments. But this afternoon, a non-league contest between Mayfield coming in with a record of 6-0 and Whitehall coming in with a record of 4-1. And right now we're going to pause for our national anthem. And a reminder, today's game is brought to you by Telescope Casual Furniture of Granville, Scarlato's Car Hop of Granville, Fred's Granville Pharmacy of Granville, Maplewood Ice of Whitehall, Skeene Valley Country Club of Whitehall, the Pine Grove Motel of Granville, Barlow Electric of Granville, Lake Champlain Coal Company of Whitehall, the sponsor of our Lake Champlain Coal Company player of the game. That is our sponsors for this afternoon's game here in Whitehall. Our first time broadcasting basketball here in Whitehall. We've been here multiple times for the football season for Granville Whitehall football. Starting lineup now for the Railroaders. Number 4 is Mia Waters. Number 5 is Chloe Paddock. Number 10 is Marissa Eggleston. Number 15 is Levin Berge. And number 20 is Cheyenne Holman. A senior-laden starting lineup here. The head coach, of course, is Boyd Hunt. And as I said, Mayfield coming in here with a record of 6-0. And the Railroaders coming in at 4-1. And we should be underway here with the opening tip-off in just a little bit. Keith Harrington on the play-by-play. Patrick Ward is my cameraman and producer this afternoon. And as I said, our first time broadcasting live here on Niven Media Sports in the Whitehall Gym. And very excited to be here for Mayfield in their lineup. It looks like it's going to be number 5, Kendall Kanye. Number 10, Abigail Powers. Number 1, Madison Case. Number 3, Brianna Iannuzzi. And number 11, Aubrey Burns in the opening tip, controlled here by Mayfield. This is Iannuzzi, gets it on the left side for Burns. Burns dribbling out front, guarded in between the circles by Eggleston. Now gets it on the wing. That is Powers. Mia Waters got her hands on that one. Iannuzzi came up with it. Shot clock down to 10 for Mayfield. They get it on the baseline for Burns. Burns dribbling, shot clock down to 1. And it's going to be a shot clock violation. And right out of the gate, Whitehall showing that patented Boyd Hunt defense. They are always solid defensively, the Railroaders. And they get a shot clock violation on the first Mayfield possession. They go deep off the man-to-man pressure by the Panthers. Here's Holman down the lane, wanted to kick it out to Waters, and threw it away out of bounds to be a turnover. Railroaders coming off a couple of wins last week in the Adirondack League over Fort Edward and North Warren. Suffered a loss to Lake George, their first loss of the season. Up top, this is Case. And it's going to be a traveling violation as Powers started her move to the bucket. And basketball is going to go back to Whitehall, not quite a minute in here in Whitehall. Eggleston's going to throw it in. 3 Egglestons on this team. Not all sisters, but cousins. 2 sisters and a cousin as they overthrow Paddock going to the bucket. Marissa Eggleston. And then cousins. They're sisters, but cousin to Marissa Eggleston. Aria and Aurora. On the baseline. Looking for the backdoor cut. Pass off the mark. Here's Eggleston. Only Eggleston on the floor right now. Guarded heavily here by Iannuzzi. Between the circles starts the offense. Finds Paddock. Paddock stands and looks. They go down low for Berge. It was knocked away. Mayfield comes up with it. Nice job defensively there by Abigail Powers. Thinking about the 3 there was Iannuzzi. Iannuzzi now goes to the bucket, dishes it off. The ball comes loose. Once a good defense. Outstanding there by the Railroaders. And it's going to be an out of bounds. Mayfield was on the line. It's going to be Whitehall basketball. Marissa Eggleston will put it in play. Has some pressure. Goes deep down court for Waters. Had it stripped away. Holman comes up with it. Holman dribbles to the baseline. Looks to power her way into the bucket. Finds Eggleston up top. Here's Eggleston. Gets the high screen for Paddock. Finds an opening. Goes to the hoop. It's rejected. That was Kanye. Waters with the layup opportunity. No good. Gets it back. Kicks it out. Paddock. Good ball movement. Jumper on the way. Baseline from Eggleston. Too strong. Berge got the rebound. Here's Waters. 3. Good. Whitehall strikes first. The 3 ball from the left wing by Mia Waters. And it's a 3-0 lead for the Railroaders. And it looks like it's going to be that type of game, that defensive type of game. And it often is when you take on this Railroaders team. Here's Iannuzzi, deep 3. It's short. Marissa Eggleston with the rebound. Had it stripped away. To the bucket is Case. But a whistle and a foul. That's going to be on Marissa Eggleston. That's going to be her first, team's first. Just underway. 5:22 to go here. Opening quarter in Whitehall on a snowy Tuesday afternoon. And at the line, shooting 2 will be Madison Case for the Panthers. And the first one's too strong off the back iron. Second one rolls around, rolls off the rim, no good. Battle for the rebound, and it's going to be Berge that comes out of it, but throws it right to Case. Here comes Mayfield on the attack. This is Iannuzzi. Thought about the 3, now leaves it off here for Powers. Powers attacks the baseline. Shot up by Iannuzzi, no good. Rebound pulled down by Waters. They double team her, gets it out for Paddock. Paddock finds Eggleston. They got a 3-on-2 if they go. Here's Eggleston. Cross court. Holman, 3. No good. Battle for the rebound. Paddock chases it down. Good hustle there by Chloe Paddock. And they'll run their offense here with 23 on the shot clock. Holman looks inside. Looks like they want to go down low for Berge. Berge defended well there by Kanye. And they'll throw it into the backcourt for a backcourt violation. It'll be Mayfield basketball. On the side for Mayfield here, right about midcourt. Here is Brianna Iannuzzi, point guard here for the Panthers. And we're going to have a whistle away from the play. And if that's Eggleston, that's her second. And it is, second team foul. Second foul on Eggleston. And they'll go Eggleston to Eggleston here on the substitution. One of the cousins, not one of the sisters. Not the sister of Marissa, but the cousin. Mayfield They double team. Here's Iannuzzi. Goes to Case. Kanye on the baseline. Too strong. Waters runs it down. And here's Berge after Whitehall lost it for a bit. Here comes Waters. Gets a screen from Holman. Aggressively defended by Case up top between the circles. Here's Waters looking for an opening. Kicks it out for Holman. Holman, little drop step up off the glass and good. Beautiful move there from Cheyenne Holman. It's a 5-0 lead for the Railroaders as we've gone under the midway point here of this opening quarter. Nice backdoor cut. Iannuzzi, though, caught the side of the backboard. Here's Waters. Thought they were going to get a high screen there. Timeout called. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor. That gives us an opportunity to tell you about our sponsors for today's game, such as Telescope Casual Furniture, manufacturing in Granville for over 100 years. Voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, 2022. Family-owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That's Telescope Casual Furniture of Granville, our sponsor of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center. Also by Scarlotta's Car Hop of Granville, 45 Quaker Street, Granville, serving breakfast and lunch till spring now. Thursday and Friday, 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come in or call in your order for pickup at 518-642-2445. Scarlotta's Car Hop, 45 Quaker Street, Granville. After the timeout, Railroaders ball. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. They lead 5-0. Here's Waters, 8 on the shot clock. They've got to be aware because they had used some of the shot clock before the timeout. Now 3 seconds to shoot. And they turned it over, just play. The shot clock went off. And here's a long pass, but it's going to be stolen away by Cheyenne Holman. Holman. 2:40 to go here in the quarter. 5-point lead for the Railroaders. Aria Eggleston with the screen for Holman. Holman down the lane, makes the pass to Berge, layup up and good. 7-0 Whitehall. This Whitehall team, although they put 84 up in a game last week, I was going to say they might not always put a ton of points on the board, but they're going to defend every night, and that's working for them here this afternoon with a 7-0 lead. Here's Kanye. And now Iannuzzi back for Kanye. Case looking inside. Great defense there by Paddock. Burns comes away with it. Jumper on the way for 3, and it's knocked down by Brianna Iannuzzi, and that gets Mayfield on the scoreboard. And here come the Panthers with the full court pressure. Aria Eggleston looking to go coast to coast. The bullet pass. No good on the shot, but the rebound pulled down by Berge. Waters going to reset the offense. Plenty of time with 20 on the clock. Minute 33 on the game clock. They go down low for Berge. Little give and go action here. Goes cross court. Holman puts the ball on the floor, drives the lane. She might have traveled. She did. That's going to bring Aurora Eggleston up off the bench. So both Aria and Aurora Eggleston on the floor right now. And bringing it up is going to be Iannuzzi, picked up by Aria. And it's going to be out of bounds. I think that's the second time Mayfield's been out of bounds on the sideline here in this first quarter. Here's a turnover, and Iannuzzi went over and back. Mayfield coach not thinking that Iannuzzi had possession before carrying it back over, but the officials disagree. It's going to be Whitehall ball, minute 9 to go. On the floor for the Railroaders, it's Aria Eggleston, Aurora Eggleston, Holman, Paddock, and Berge. And here's a carrying call. And the ball's going to go back to the Panthers. They trail at 7-3. It's been a defensive first quarter here. Minute 5 to go in the quarter. The only field goal for the Panthers has been the three-pointer from Iannuzzi. High post. Here's Kanye. Down the lane. Powers with the left hand. Up and good. So Abigail Powers with her first field goal. And it's a 5-0 run for the Panthers. And the layup is up and good. Eggleston from Eggleston on that one. As the sisters hook up on the long pass and the layup. 9-5 Railroaders. Iannuzzi, 23 to shoot, 14 on the shot clock. They want to go inside for Case. It's knocked out of bounds off the Railroaders. So they'll put it in play. Well, Mayfield, 12 to shoot, 20 seconds left in the quarter. Iannuzzi, 3, no good. Rebound by Aurora Eggleston, down court for Aria Eggleston. Layup's no good. Rebound pulled down there by Powers. 6 to go in the quarter. Turnover. Can the Railroaders finish it here? 2 seconds. Paddock, no good, and that's going to do it for the first quarter here in Whitehall. 1 quarter of play in the books. And our score, Whitehall 9 and Mayfield 5. And today's game is brought to you by Fred's Granville Pharmacy. And Fred's Granville Pharmacy is your good neighbor pharmacy dedicated to the unique community that they've served since 2015. In the Big Lots Plaza, 518-642-3733. That's 518-642-3733 for Fred's Granville Pharmacy. Also by Maplewood Ice. Proudly supplying ice to our community since 1970. 7 and 20-pound bags of cubes, packaged ice blocks, carving ice, you name it. When it comes to ice, Maplewood Ice has it. Need extra cold storage for an event? Call Maplewood Ice about a refrigerator party trailer rental. 518-499-2345. Maplewood Ice, open daily in Whitehall, 9790 State Route 4. Jamie. Aurora's 2, right? Aria 3? Yes, I'm right. Brooklyn Hatton is in the game for the first time as we start the quarter. Here's Aurora Eggleston, shot up and no good. Battle for the rebound, goes out of bounds. Last touched by Whitehall. It's going to be Mayfield ball. Mayfield with the basketball, a 4-point lead just underway, second quarter here in Whitehall. Driving to the baseline for the Panthers was Powers. Nice pass inside. This is Kanye. Her shot is up and no good. Scramble for the rebound. Whitehall comes out of there with it. Here's Aria Eggleston, the bounce pass to Hatton, but it was broken up there by Iannuzzi, but Whitehall gets it right back. Cheyenne Holman to the bucket. That was blocked from behind by Powers. Down the lane, Kanye had it stripped, kicks it out to the baseline for Burns, stripped away by the quick hands there of Aurora Eggleston. Substitute coming in the game for Mayfield. And that is number 4, Isabella Castiglione, in for the first time. Here is Powers. Starts the offense. Iannuzzi, hounded by Aurora Eggleston, gets the screen from Powers. And it's going to be a shot clock violation. Second time so far in this contest that the Railroaders have forced a shot clock violation. Full court man-to-man here. They look to trap out of it. Here's a steal to the bucket. Case couldn't get the layup to go. Scramble for it. Coming up with it is Levin Berge. Down court. Aria Eggleston for Holman. Holman underneath the basket, whistling a foul. And foul is going to be on Kendall Kanye. And that is her first, team's first of the quarter. And that puts Cheyenne Holman on the line. The first one good. Biggest lead of the game thus far has been 7 for the Railroaders. Second shot by Holman goes up and back down and in. She gets them both. It's 11-5 Whitehall. Powers brings it up across the timeline. Knocked away by Aria Eggleston. Here's Castiglione. Now Powers. Iannuzzi trying to get the three-pointer off. She does. It's too strong, no good. Run down by Aurora Eggleston. Little spin move. Finds Brooklyn Hatton. Knocked away from behind by Castiglione. And it's going to be Whitehall ball, 6:03 to go. In the second quarter, they lead by 6. Aurora Eggleston will throw it in. Wants to go out top for Aria Eggleston. Aria back to Aurora. Guarded by Castiglione. Gets a high screen from Berge. Now finds Hatton. 10 on the shot clock. Looking for the backdoor cut. And whistling a foul on the turnover. So Mayfield with the basketball down 6. The biggest lead has been 7 at 7-0. 5.5 to go here in this first half. Whitehall trying to put the first loss of the season on the Mayfield Panthers. Little baseline jumper here. Aurora Eggleston halfway down and out. Battle for the rebounds. Going to go out of bounds off the Railroaders. And it's going to be Mayfield basketball. Boyd Hunt right now, if you're over that Whitehall huddle, he's saying this is exactly the kind of basketball game I like right here. High post, here's Kanye. Leaves it for Powers, had a strip and off her foot out of bounds. It's going to be Whitehall basketball, the quick hands of the Railroaders. Heavy full court pressure here by Mayfield. The steal by Powers. Finds Case. Iannuzzi, count it, and the foul. Iannuzzi's going to go to the line looking for the three-point play. So at the line, trying to make the three-point play is going to be Brianna Iannuzzi. Fouls on Hatton. It's her first. Shot is no good. Second team foul of the quarter. Aria Eggleston looking to go to the bucket. A lot of contact. No foul called. And it's going to be Mayfield basketball. Mia Waters, Chloe Paddock will check back in. Replacing Aria Eggleston and Brooklyn Hatton. Here's Powers running the point. Iannuzzi on the baseline. Looks to go on the attack. Floats one up. No good. Waters with the rebound. Heavy pressure here in the backcourt by Case. And now this is Aurora Eggleston. Here's Holman approaching the midway point of the second quarter. 4-point lead for the Railroaders. They've led by as much as 7. Here's a whistle and a foul. Aurora Eggleston's going to put it in play on the side. Comes out top for Waters. Guarded by Castiglione. Now Holman. Puts it on the floor, goes on the attack, down low for Paddock, whistled a foul. That looks like that's going to be on Madison Case for the Panthers. First foul on Case, third team foul of the quarter on Mayfield. And here's Paddock with the first free throw. Second one is no good. Rebound pulled down by Kanye. 5-point lead approaching the midway point of the second quarter. Iannuzzi, good hands there by Aurora Eggleston. Into the paint for Case, finds Castigliano, no good. And here's Whitehall with the basketball. Aurora Eggleston. Backdoor cut by Waters, goes up to finish the foul, count it. Beautiful execution there, great backdoor cut by Mia Waters. The precision pass from Aurora Eggleston to catch the finish by Waters. And it's tying the biggest lead of the game right now is 7 at 14-7, and that's going to be the third foul on Kendall Kanye. So that's crucial for Mayfield. Shot is up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Mayfield. That was Madison Case. Here's Iannuzzi. And they're going to call Lev Berge there for a push from behind. It's going to be the first on Lev. Third team foul of the quarter. Way out top for Powers. Finds Iannuzzi. She wanted to let one go. You can see it in her eyes. Wanted to go down low for Case. They throw it away out of bounds. 3:43 to go in the second quarter. 7-point lead for the Railroaders. Man-to-man full court pressure here. They get it in for Waters. Waters being guarded by Castiglione. Here's Holman. Cheyenne, I was trying to say. Wanted to get it in down low. Close to a turnover. Nice job there by Eggleston retrieving it. Here's Holman. Gets a screen. Looks to get to the bucket. Has it knocked away. 2 on the shot clock and stolen away by Powers. Here's Powers. Wanted to spin, but Paddock was there defensively and whistled a foul. And it's going to be on Chloe Paddock. That's her first, team's 4th of the quarter. So not yet the bonus, but this is going to be a 2-shot shooting foul. And the first shot by Abigail Powers is too strong off the back iron. Second one is good. 1 out of 2 for Powers, and it's 14-8. Whitehall with 3:08 to go in the half. Once again, Mayfield right back to that full court pressure and a blocking foul as Paddock tries to dribble up the baseline. And it's going to be called on Powers, her first, team's 5th. And I was just going to say, I believe that puts them over the limit. And the buzzer coming in to inform the officials of that. So Chloe Paddock's going to go to the line to shoot a pair here for the Railroaders. Trying to extend this 14-8 lead. They've led by 7 a couple of different times. Paddock gets the first one. Two for Chloe Paddock. Paddock known for her softball and her soccer goalkeeping, probably a little bit more than her basketball skills, but she has improved tremendously in the couple of games I've seen this year on the court. Has taken on a much bigger role with this team this year. Iannuzzi on the way. 3, and she got it. Brianna Iannuzzi, and Mayfield's going to take a timeout. 2:47 to go before the half. 16-11 Whitehall here on Niven Media Sports, and let's talk about some of our great sponsors helping to bring high school basketball your way this winter, such as Skeene Valley Country Club. Looking to perfect your golf swing? Book a date and time online for Skeene Valley Country Club's indoor simulator. Go to SkeeneValleyCC.com, click the tee time box on the home page, and then Sim Times. Skeena Valley Country Club, 129 County Route 98, Whitehall, New York. Call 518-499-5060 for Skeena Valley Country Club. And hone your skills here even during the winter months. Barlow Electric Company of Granville, fully insured and reasonably priced. Master electrician, licensed in New York and Vermont. Generator installation, residential and commercial work. 518-361-0531. Call 518-361-0531 for Barlow Electric of Granville. Those folks, Skeena Valley Country Club, Barlow Electric, a couple of our proud sponsors, our high school basketball coverage here on Nivett Media Sports. Here's Mia Waters to inbound. Full court man comes in for Berge. Heavy pressure there defensively by Case. And now they find Aurora Eggleston. Gets it across the timeline. Sets the offense for the Railroaders. Here's Waters. Right side extended on the foul line. Down low. Paddock. Waters. Straightaway three. No good. Berge had the rebound. Still has it. There's a tie-up. Possession arrow is going to favor Mayfield. Checking back in for the Panthers is going to be Aubrey Burns, number 11. And Burns is going to replace Isabella Castiglione. Mayfield basketball, they trail by 5, coming up on 2 minutes to go in the half. Castiglione runs the point, finds Iannuzzi. Iannuzzi looks to get in the paint, up off the glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Berge. Here's Eggleston. Eggleston looks to push. Gets across the timeline, sets the offense. Here's Holman. Holman looks to attack on the baseline. Cut off there by Case. Little step-through move. Couldn't get the shot up over the rim. No good. Case with the rebound for the Panthers. Under 2 minutes to go here in the half. 5-point lead for Whitehall. Here's Iannuzzi. They like to try to free her up anytime they can. She's a deadly outside shooter. Here's Powers on the baseline. Knocked away by Waters. 4 on the shot clock. Iannuzzi is going to find Case, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. And that is the 3rd shot clock violation caused by the Railroader defense here in the first half. 1:20 to go before the break. 5-point lead. It comes in for Aurora Eggleston. Picked up by Iannuzzi. Sets the offense, finds Paddock on the right wing. Puts it on the floor, finds Holman. Holman has been very aggressive trying to get to the bucket, and she's going to be called travel. Brooklyn Hatton's going to come back in. She's at the scorer's table. Going to have to wait to the next dead ball. Didn't quite get there in time. And that's going to be an offensive foul on the illegal screen. And that's going to be on Madison Case. Case's second. It will not be a shooting foul because it's player control. You do not shoot on player control fouls. 53.7 to go in the half. Here's Waters. Waters, guarded by Iannuzzi. Dribbles to the wing on the left side, gets a screen from Eggleston. That's Aurora Eggleston. Looks to get down the lane. Aurora Eggleston, short jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Case. There's about a 5-second differential. Game shot clock. Into the paint, short jumper, no good from Case. Rebound by Berge. Shot clock is off. A whistle and a foul. And that's going to put the Railroaders on the foul line. Not a good foul there for Mayfield, as they're going to make the Railroaders go down to the other end of the court and shoot here. And that's going to be the second on Madison Case. And Aria Eggleston's going to check back in for 11. And Aurora Eggleston's at the line. gets the home court roll here in the gym on the friendly rim. Does not get the second one. It was tipped out. Here's Hatton with the jumper. No good. Battle for the rebound. Paddock tries to save it. Scramble for it here. 13 seconds left in the half. Halfway. No good. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Whitehall. 9. They lead it by 6. 17-11. Comes in for Iannuzzi with stripped away by Aurora Eggleston from behind. They've got numbers. Hatton, little short jumper will not go. But we are at halftime here in Whitehall. Score halftime, Whitehall 17, Mayfield 11. In this non-league contest here on the holiday break of two teams only have one loss between the two. And we have one more sponsor who we did in the first half. We want to tell you about them. That's Lake Champlain Coal Company. Lake Champlain Coal fuel dealer, fuel oil, propane, kerosene at the pump, making warm friends for 5 generations. Lake Champlain Coal Company, 2 Main Street, New York, 518-499-212. Lake Champlain Coal Company, our sponsor of the Lake Champlain Coal Company Player of the Game Award. That's going to do it for the first half. The Railroaders, a 6-point lead at the break. We'll come back in about 10 minutes for half number 2. This is high school basketball on Nivet Media Sports. And welcome back to Whitehall, everybody. Somehow my pages got stuck to our sponsors. Thanks to Patrick for figuring that out. That's the Pine Grove Motel. They've been with us a couple of seasons now. Love having them on board with us. Pine Grove Motel, newly renovated rooms. They're comfortable and cozy, and they're located in Granville, New York. 513-610-4888. Coming into town for the holidays. Can't find a better stay right there. The Pine Grove Motel of Granville, New York. Call 518-361-0488 and stay in those nice, newly renovated rooms. So we get ready here for the second half of play. Mayfield coming in here unbeaten on the season at 6-0. Whitehall 4-1. Whitehall's only loss in league play to Lake George. And Lake George is unbeaten right now. You know, somebody was me earlier, and I'm trying to put together a column to write about this. Just hasn't happened yet. Here during the holiday break, good time to do it. Who do I think will be the Final Four in the girls for the Adirondack League when it gets to the playoffs at the end? Well, certainly Corinth right now unbeaten, Lake George unbeaten. Certainly mix. This Whitehall team absolutely is a mix and has a great chance to be there. I think those three are very solid in that mix. And then it comes down to Hartford probably has got a shot to be in that mix. And Granville's unbeaten right now in league play. So it may have to come down to those two teams actually when they play head-to-head. As we're back underway here in the third quarter, here's Iannuzzi up top. This is Powers. Powers picks up her dribble, heavy pressure, back for Iannuzzi. Looks to go on the baseline, a little behind the back dribble. Taking on Waters with the defense. Shot clock at 3. And they void the shot clock violation as Powers gets the shot off, but it's strong off the back iron. Whitehall's Marissa Eggleston, Ann Holm, Chloe Paddock, Levin Berkey, Waters on the floor. It is Berge off the curl, up and good. Biggest lead of the ball game for the Railroaders to 8, a minute into the third quarter. Iannuzzi, 3, no good. Long rebound, Powers, spins, has a strip. It's going to be automatic. And the second foul on Paddock, first the quarter for the Railroaders. It is Powers, Iannuzzi, Kanye, and Burns on the floor for the Panthers. And the first shot is no good from Abigail Powers. Second shot here by Powers is good. 1 out of 2 for Abigail Powers. And it's 19-12 Railroaders. Court pressure here once again. Marissa Eggleston gets it into Berge. Back to Eggleston. Here's Waters. They've got a 3-on-2. This was deflected, though, by Powers. Berge gets it back. Eggleston straight on 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by Case. Down court, Burns releasing her. But back for the defense was Cheyenne Holman. Came back with a great hustle and blocked that shot. Great play by Holman. Eggleston sat a lot of that first half with 2 quick fouls. Here's Paddock. They wanted to go back to Berge on that curl again. And jumping in front for the steal is Case. Case, the bounce pass to Powers. Defense there by Paddock. Pick it up. Burns. Iannuzzi. Baseline 3. No good. Rebound on the backside, though, by Powers. Up and no good. Case with the back, but a whistle and a foul. And Madison Case is going to go to the line for the Panthers of Mayfield. 6 minutes exactly to go here in this third quarter. And the first shot is good for Case. Second shot, rolls around, comes off the rim, battle for the rebound. Berge has it. Here's Eggleston. Eggleston picked up by Iannuzzi. Left side for Holman. Baseline for Eggleston, down low, Berge. Berge goes to work. Kick out for Paddock, collected, and stolen away here by Case. Case to the bucket, go with the left hand. Mayfield on a run. It is a 6-0 run for the Panthers. And a timeout called by Boyd Hunt for Whitehall. And we're going to take a timeout to talk about our sponsors here quick. And one of them is Telescope Casual Furniture, manufacturing in Granville for 100 years. Voted the ICFA Manufacturer of the Year in 2019, 2021, and 2022. Owned and operated business focusing on comfort, style, quality, and world-class customer service. That's Telescope Casual Furniture. And Telescope Casual Furniture is our sponsor of the Telescope Furniture Broadcast Center, where we broadcast from each and every sporting event here on Nivant Media Sports. After the timeout is a 30-second timeout. A little bit of a run. It's a 4-0 run. I think it's 6. It was 19-11. So 4-0 run here for the Panthers. But this has been so tightly contested, low scoring, that a 4-0 run's a big deal in this game. Here's Holman. Holman into the paint. A little scoop shot. Couldn't get it to go. Panthers with an opportunity to cut it to 2, possibly 1 with 3-pointer. They go down low. 3-pointer on the way. Case. It's good. That's a 1 game. Madison knocks down 3. It's 19-18. And that's going to go off the hand of Case about. It's going to be Whitehall basketball underneath the basket. Marissa Eggleston is going to trigger it inbounds for the Railroaders. It's inside for Berge. Holman travel. Mayfield chance to take the lead here. They led in the game. They trailed 7-0 right out of the chute. Looking to lead for the first time. To go inside to Iannuzzi. The pass was off. Here's Berge. Berge's going to leave it for Eggleston. This is Marissa Eggleston, one of the 3 Egglestons on the roster. Down the lane. Holman turns it over. On the push. Iannuzzi. Berge got a piece of that to disrupt it. Mayfield coach. Foul. Looked like on that one. Timeout call with 4:15 to go. Second timeout. And we'll tell you about another one of our sponsors, Scarlotta's Car Hop, located at 45 Quaker Street in Granville, New York. Now serving breakfast and lunch until springtime. Thursdays and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come in or call in your order pickup. 518-642-2445. Scarlotta's Car Hop, 45 Quaker Street in Granville. So Mayfield looking for their first lead of the afternoon here. Off the inbounds at 4:15 to go in the quarter. Here's Powers in the lane, up and good. Little 12-footer there by Powers. And the Panthers have the lead for the first time at 20-19. They trailed 19-11. It's 9-0 run for Mayfield. Here's Holman. Guarded by Kanye. Eggleston, heavy pressure from Iannuzzi. Gets a screen from Paddock. Screen, no good. Paddock shot up and no good. And they tie up Kanye. Eggleston comes in for Paddock. Eggleston up top. Defended Eggleston, nice screen and roll. Paddock up and good. Beautiful railroad. And there